Hey Monster Truck fans, welcome back to event number 3 for OTRC. This time it's Retro Race number 2. Last time out we saw a first time winner, Chris Layne and Stomper, breaking through with an incredible performance, taking the win. He's looking to back that up in race number 2. It's getting hotter and hotter. We'll have to see how that affects not only the track conditions and the trucks, but also the drivers as the heat starts to take its toll. The action's hot, but can the drivers stand the heat?
It is hot at the Dreamfields Coliseum, and so is Overkill, driven by Mike Spurlock, setting the bar with a 7:11 top qualifier time in race number 2. Taurus right behind, followed by Barefoot Racer, almost a half second behind Mark and Overkill, Buffalo Trimmer, and Jersey Outlaw, as we get into side-by-side action. Our first pair out will be the number 16 and 17 qualifiers. A bit of a surprise on down the seating. Equalizer and King of the Grove off in the lead, and the King reigns supreme.
Driver ready?
Our second pair in round number 1, number 13, Stomper, Chris Layne, last time out. He won the racing bracket, down in the bracket seating, but he's going to take the first win over Barefoot, the Dodge version, driven by Chris Hackinson. The other six-wheeler on the line, Don Breeden in the Silverback 6x6 semi-monster beast against Jordan 6 and the Bigfoot 1. He lost in the first race to Silverback, but gets it done in round number 2. Bigfoot moves on. King Kong Calder Sick in the near lane against Greg Coffey and the Michigan Ice Monster. Ice Monster skating on this marbly track and skating in the wrong direction as Kong gets the win.
Drivers, are you ready?
Round number 2, Overkill taking on King of the Grove. This is the number 1 qualifier in the near lane with the Overkill truck. King of the Grove, always tough, and it's tight into the final straightaway. Wow! Let's take a look back at that replay. That was a great race. The King off to the lead, Overkill charging, but right there you saw it. King of the Grove by about a tire length.
Drivers, are you ready?
In the far lane, Bigfoot 1, Chris Hackinson, and King Ghidorah in the near lane, driven by Iron Aaron James. Ghidorah is outmatched by the Bigfoot Monster, and Bigfoot moves on. Stomper and Buffalo Trimmer, the 4-13 matchup. Trimmer good in the qualifying round, a single pass down the track, and good again. As we'll take a quick look back, there was another great race. Buffalo Trimmer out in the lead. Stomper trying to charge. You see a late second charge there on the final obstacle, but not quite enough.
Drivers, are you ready?
Jersey Outlaw, Calder Sick in the near lane against Texas Toy, Mike Spurlock in the far lane. The Toy out in the lead and all the way for the win. Texas wins this one.
Drivers, are you ready?
Bigfoot 1, Jordan 6 in the near lane, and Taurus, Jeremy Mark in the far lane. Taurus, the number 2 qualifier. First time we're seeing him. He had a bye in round number 1. And he rolls right into round number 3. Gunslinger and Originator on the line. Originator out in the lead. Gunslinger trying to make up time, but no dice as the Originator liquidates the competition. King Kong Calder 6 in the near lane, and Barefoot Racer Chris Parrish. Barefoot, the number 3 qualifier, but he's in trouble. Kong is there. Oh, Barefoot barely ekes one out. Final pair in round number 2. It's Monster Powderworks. Andy Salerno stepping into a Retro Clod Buster for the first time. And the legend, a brand new truck from Fred Coors, the Powderworks, gets the win. Andy Salerno moves on as we take a quick look back at another great race. Neck and neck through the final corner. Straightening it out, Powderworks gets the power down and to the finish line. round number 3. The number 16 qualifier. He took down the number 1 in the last round against the number 8 Bigfoot 1 with Chris Hackinson. Hackinson melting down in this 90-degree heat, going the wrong direction on the track, handing the win to the king. It is hot out here in the mid-90s plus humidity. The heat index off the charts, as is the competition. Buffalo Trimmer takes the measure of Texas Toy.
All right, camera ready.
On the line now, it's Oranginator and Taurus Jeremy Mark. Mark right back up on the line. In the same lane, he was racing Buffalo Trimmer in, maybe making a home in that far lane. He's got great qualifying position, so he can make that happen.
Taurus is on.
Our final pair in round 3, Barefoot in the far lane against Monster Powderworks. Racer a little bit wide through both corners, actually. Monster Powderworks charging, but not quite there. Barefoot with the win. Semi-final round action. King of the Grove, Chris Blank and Buffalo Trimmer, Jeremy Mark, once again in that far lane. He's made a nest. The king is going down. The classic rivalry on the line. Again, we saw it in race number 1 of event number 3. We get the treat again in the semifinals. Barefoot and Taurus, Mark and Parrish. Taurus with the win handily over the Bear. That sets up our finals. It's an all Jeremy Mark finals. Taurus versus Buffalo Trimmer. Taurus off to the lead. Buffalo Trimmer with issues, and Taurus takes the win.
Tell us about the finals.
So pretty much the whole day, I was able to get lane choice and stay in the lane I wanted, and I just had a groove that I stayed in the whole bracket, and it worked out all the way to the final. Now what'll be interesting is, if there's a race-off, it would be against Barefoot, which would be really fitting because we've been trying to get that matchup for years. So hopefully that's how it works out if it does come down to a race-off again.
Well, we're getting reports that there is going to be a race-off. Barefoot racer Chris Parrish against Jeremy Mark and Taurus for the overall event trophy for the day. For all of the marbles, this should be exciting. Let's get down to the track and settle it.
These old rivals have been trying to set this up for a long time, but here it is at the pinnacle moment of this event. Barefoot racer and Taurus for the hardware. Who takes home the trophy? Taurus off in the lead, and Taurus owns the day, taking home the trophy for event number 3.
Well, Jeremy Mark, the overall winner with Taurus today. It was actually a little bit of a rough first bracket, but you came on strong in the second bracket, tying things up with the Barefoot truck, and then you nailed him to the wall in the race-off to take your second overall event trophy in a row. You seem to be on a streak, and you'll take the points lead with this.
Yep, so I qualified really good in the first brackets we did today. Unfortunately, I beat myself basically hitting obstacles or making mistakes. So it was really nice to actually follow through the whole bracket to the finish and actually win a bracket this year, finally.
Well, Jeremy Mark and the Taurus on top of the point standing right now. We've got a lot more action coming at you in the coming events. We'll see how it all plays out through the rest of the season. It's clear that the points chase in Retro Clod is going to be exciting.
Let's take a look back at this race-off one more time. A classic rivalry on the track. Taurus taking the measure this time out, looking strong throughout the day. 2 wins over the Barefoot in the second bracket, including that all-important race-off. It's been a hot day of monster truck action, literally and figuratively, at the JB Scale Dreamfields Coliseum. But right now, the points sit with Taurus on top by less than a round over Barefoot Racer. This story continues to unfold. It should be exciting. Make sure you stay tuned. And we thank you for joining us. Until next time, we'll see you then.